Okay, so um, this is it. This is the this is a video that I've put off for a month. And originally I was gonna throw this all into like a video editor and like talk over it and do a voiceover, and then I realized, why can't I just throw it all into a folder and then just record the folder and go through it? So that's what we're doing. Of course, the laziest way possible, because that's how I do things on this channel. I'm a lazy bum, um, and that's how I like doing things. So I'm gonna, I don't know, should I? I think we, I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna try to do something different. How would this work? I should have figured this out. Should have figured this out before. Um, Window capture. Window capture add existing. Okay. Okay, no, that doesn't show up. Also, I'm just making sure, I guess as we go through. So, yeah, no, if you didn't know, I've been putting off this video for a while. Um, why the hell? Okay, that's not, that's not what I wanted. But, I've been putting off this video for a while. Um, it, okay, screw it. Delete window capture. I was going to do this video uh, after after I got home from Comic Con. Was pretty much how it was what I was going to do. Um, but then I was like, okay, well, okay, there we go. This is what I wanted to do. I don't know why it took me so long to like figure that out. But yeah, okay, well, maybe we'll. I think what we're gonna do is we'll put it over here because I'm kind of like on this side of the screen because that's where my microphone is. So I'll go ahead and scoot over. But maybe. Oh, okay. This is horrible. This is horrible. This is horrible. This is not what I wanted. That just doesn't work. So it's just gonna go back to full screen. Um, and we're just gonna do lazy me in the corner. Um, hopefully I don't. Hopefully I don't like take up too much. Okay. Yeah, I can see myself. So yeah, I was gonna do this video. When I got home from Comic Con, but I didn't. Cause I'm lazy. I put it off for so long, but we're gonna do it. So the way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna go through all my like photos. I went through and I selected like I don't know. We're gonna get through this pretty fast. Some of these are videos. Here are all the videos I took with the camcorder. Not all of them. I just went through and like selected the ones that I wanted. Um, some of them are kind of long, some of them aren't. But we're just gonna just straight up. I don't really care about OneDrive. Okay, yeah, we're good. So this is my buddy. This is my buddy I went to the con with. He's dressed up as a League of Legends character. I don't know which. That's that's all I know about his costume. This was all made by him. He made this in like a month or 2 months. Some of it's 3D printed, some of it's foam. It looked pretty cool in person. It was pretty good. But yeah, he ended up dressing up like that guy. I think his name was like Yor or something. He's a certain League of Legends character, but it's like a skin. He has a skin for it. That's all I know. At the con, they have these really cool booths, where they're pretty much, they had this like retro gaming section. So we have all these like different consoles, like N64s, and they had GameCubes off to the side and Game Boys, and I'm not sure if they were emulators or like actual, like the actual consoles themselves, just like refurbished. Um, it was a whole table that was pretty cool. They had miniature battles. So this is a Warhammer. This is a Warhammer game that was going on. That was pretty cool to see. They have, I think this is the Mechanicus, the Mechanicum, because they have the giant Mars robots. I'm not sure what these are. I think these are stand-in models. And then they also had Star Wars tabletop. I've never seen Star Wars tabletop before, especially this set. Like this set is absolutely, it's crazy. reminds me of like indoor, but it's not. Um, it like I don't know, just the verticality of it, like the different levels, and you can go inside the AT-AT. Like I don't know, that's insane to me. There weren't, they didn't really have a lot of models on the table, so I'm not sure where they were, but there's like three guys just sitting there playing. Um, okay, this is a video of me of doing. This is my PB of my pull-ups. So I think we're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna make you guys sit through this. 10, 11, 12. This is when I started kind of hurting. 13, 14, 15. This is where my gas is out. 16. I take a break, small break. He's like, you can switch grips. 17, 18. Get up there. They count. You just have to get your chin above the bar, and you have to go all the way down. I don't know how I barely squeezed out that one. That one probably shouldn't even count, but it was 19. It was me attempting 20, and I failed. At the very end, he gives me a fist bump, and because I'm so dead, I don't even, like, it doesn't even recognize in my head that was a fist bump. But my favorite part about this video is 3, 4, this kid on the left, like, as he's watching, it's like a look of disbelief, and like, oh my god, this guy's doing it. This is probably the perfect, like, the most perfect form pull-ups I've ever done. I don't know why the bar I have is like here, so I have to my knees, I have to bend them so they can't touch the ground. I wish I had a bar where I could just full dead hang and not have my legs touch the ground, because I feel like you can get so much like better with your pull-up posture when you're doing that. This is one aisle. This is one aisle of the vendor's hall. So this place is huge. This is like the front row too, or the very first aisle. This thing goes deep, dude. It goes really deep. It's crazy. This is the okay. Thank God there is an NSFW. These are the rugs. So the rug behind me right now is this Yu-Gi-Oh rug, and it's big. Picture doesn't do it justice, but it's big. I was debating between the Yu-Gi-Oh or the Elden Ring. They only had one left of the Elden Ring, and it was in person, so you would have had to have carried that. You had to carry that around. But Yu-Gi-Oh, they were able to ship it to your house, so I just bought the Yu-Gi-Oh one. They had like some League of Legends characters too. This was a giant sandworm from Dune. It was a giant Dune sandworm. It was really cool. They even one of the vendors on the side had like a speaker set up, and he started playing the Dune music as it was coming through. I don't know how they got that into the con. I don't know, like, if you have to like contact the con people and be like, hey, I'm bringing in this extra huge large costume. I need to come in through like a side entrance or something. But it was it was pretty cool. This is my favorite Mandalorian ever. I included this picture because of this tiny Ash Ketchum running off. It's John Deere Mandalorian. So if you guys don't know, John Deere is a tractor company in the U.S. And this guy's entire suit was based off of John Deere. There's the logo. I love the asymmetrical style of the pads. Everything is just kind of like off a little bit, right? You have yellow lining here, no lining there. His suit was epic. There I am. This was day one. I was the bag holder this day because my buddy was in cosplay and couldn't hold anything. So I have one bag, another bag, and then I have my tiny bag. So I was just holding everything. This guy, he was really chill about it too. We got to talking, and it took him like 3 or 4 months to whip this together. And it was his mom's idea actually to do this. And I was like, that's so dope. This is us in line for the Maid Cafe. So the guys that I met at the Maid Cafe that were like super chill. This was the oh wait, no, this was okay, yeah, no, this was the very first Maid Cafe where the people were not chill. They were kind of cold shouldering me. This is the maids in action themselves. It was decent. It was cool. It was cool. It was as cool as a Comic-Con Maid Cafe could get. That was put on by like volunteers. Not volunteers, but like small scale kind of friend group stuff. This was a panel with a bunch of different authors. Each one of these people have a different series. I actually didn't know. It was like a choose your own. it was labeled as a choose your own adventure, but you pretty much like gave them prompts, and within I think it was 10 minutes they would come up with a story. So they paired off into twos, and they would come up with a story based off the prompts that the audience gave them. These two guys on the end were absolutely crazy with their stories. From what I remember, their best story was called like it was like white. It was like black magic white powder, and it was about a wizard who was doing cocaine. Um, and it was the funniest 10 minutes I don't know, it was super good. I'm pretty sure this guy has like a TV show that got adapted from one of his books, but I can't remember. My buddy, his sister is actually really into, I think it was his books that he wrote. He wrote a series. So he took a picture with him and sent it to her. This is the first maid cafe. We got the butlers, so of course I had to get a picture with him. I think his name was Lance or Rance. I don't know. That could be a V or an L. And this guy's name was Vive. So I'm in the middle, just chilling. This was a live dubbing of Ewoks. So in the 80s or 90s, I can't remember, Star Wars decided to do this crazy, awesome cartoon called Ewoks. And it was just an animated cartoon about Ewoks. And so the premise of this panel was there was five or six people from a local comedy club, like improv comedy club, and they did a live dubbing. So they had people voice act the characters. They watched the episode like once before, so they had like a general idea of when to speak and talk. And I went to it last year. I went to it this year. I'm probably gonna go to it next year if I can, if I'm still in this state. This was the rave. Every night they hold a rave. At like it goes from like 7 to 11. The theme this year kind of sucked. It was like 80s retro, which I guess is cool, but last year was anime. It was so, I don't know, I think last year was so much better because it was just like anime songs, and they had a really good DJ up there too mixing. I forgot to mention, there's a giant Lego corner every single year. There is a giant Lego corner. I wish I took more pictures of it. I didn't get as many as I liked because we were kind of, I don't know, I really forgot to take pictures. But yeah, no, this is a giant western town with like trains that run through and everything. It's so cool. There is this booth wasn't here before. It was a Halo, I think it was a Halo Legion. I can't remember which cosplay group specifically, but there's an ODST drop pod in the back. I think I have the photo of me in it. I can't remember if I got it in this. I'll show you guys if I didn't, but yeah, there's they have like armor displays in this life-size replica ODST pod. Here's some ODST armor on stands. I think this was it was like Glemnir or something. It was the one with that one with the helmet that has no visor and just like a little camera. Here's me and Hollow from Spice and Wolf. Epic cosplay. I love it. Even has the little basket of apples. Okay, here's me riding the bull. Okay, where you sit through all 40 something seconds. Yeah, no, this thing was crazy because the saddle, you can't really tell, but like the saddle was it felt like it was lubed up. You slid so much on it, and immediately when I got on this thing, my feet started to cramp because you have to like squeeze your legs together and your feet so you have good traction. But you know, my bicep goes crazy. I didn't realize how much it pops in this video. But you know, I was on it for 33 seconds and the record was like 34. There's me, do a little flip. I get flown off. Everyone was cheering. It was pretty good. Me and Jinx, this is just a regular Jinx, not from the show Jinx. Me and the Soul Reaper guy, I don't know his name. It's just the Soul Reaper guy from Bleach. Ichigo's, like inner Bankai. Dude, I thought that was so cool. I've never seen anyone cosplay him before. Me and a black mage from Final Fantasy. This is one of my, I think this may be my favorite cosplay I saw just because of how like simple it is and how cool it is still. Like you can't see his face, he has the eyes, and it's so like I don't know, it's just simple and nice. It's clean. Um, you know, I love these pants because you can roll them up because they have adjustable bands. And I went all 3 days in sandals because I wasn't walking around, and these are so comfortable, and I'd rather go in those than anything else. This is a staple, okay? I don't care if you get mad at me that I did this, all right? I don't care if you find me weird. I think everyone has this. This is a coming of age right that everyone has to do. When you go to Comic Con and you see someone with one of these signs, you gotta pay them $5 and they'll step on. I think it's funny, okay? I think it's funny. I think it's outlandish, and I love that stuff. So that's why I did it. My brother was like, "Yeah, you're pretty ballsy to post that on your Instagram." I was like, "What do you mean?" Like, I don't care. But you know, I think it's funny. As death, of course, it's as death. So I was like, might as well, dude. Um, Again, the rave. This person was in a giant Eevee costume. They were there for like m- almost the entire time. I don't know how they weren't sweating. We have Pim from Smiling Friends and Eevee, and they were just like absolutely just jamming, dude. They were like getting, and the Mandalorian. I don't think I have a video of him, but he was absolutely just jamming with the Eevee too. Um, it was pretty funny. It was pretty nerdy. Um, this is Solid Snake. This was after the third day, or no, this was after the second day. Yeah, the second day when we went to the absolutely like crazy outlandish panel where it was 18 plus and no filming allowed. So I got this photo with him afterwards. This dude, okay, I'm like on a good day I'm 6 foot. On a bad day I'm 5'11. This guy's like 6'3", 6'4". Um, Crazy big too. This picture doesn't do it justice. This guy's a bear. He's an actual bear. Um, Best snake cosplay I've probably seen. Here are all my posters I got from day two. Day two is when we bought stuff because my buddy wasn't in cosplay, so we could carry around bags. I absolutely love this. Let me find the guy on Instagram just so I can shout him out. Because I started following him on Instagram because his art is so dope. I bought all four of the Animal Crossings, and then I bought, I want to say two. I bought a Mario Kart one and it was another Mario one, I think. But his name is Art of Nick Lanza, ArtofNickLanza on Instagram. And I don't know, I love his stuff. Um, it's just like cool, like themed posters like this. So you can get a whole set, and he had a really good deal. It was like buy two, um, get like another one for free or something. So I ended up buying six. um, I didn't get many photos of the other maid cafe we went to. This was the second one. There were like actual maids there. Everyone was a maid. Um, so that was cool. Um, Here's me, this dude. So backstory. This guy's a firefighter from a local station. He has a comic book series about a firefighter luchador. And at his booth, he had a thing that said, "Ask me about the push-up challenge. If you did more push-ups than him, you get a free T-shirt." So I was like, okay, I knew I was gonna lose, okay, because look at this guy's arms, okay, total beefcake, like actual iron rods, and then you look at my arms, absolutely just like twigs compared to his. So I was like, I'll just go as many as I can. So I think we got up to 34 before I stopped. Cool Obi-Wan in the background. But also something I noticed is my posture while doing this. Like, look at, I'm not sure if it's the camera angle, but my right arm looks way more flared out than my left. And I'm not sure why. Um, he's also super fast on the up. I'm fast on the down, I'm slow on the up. So that's what I'm working on. I'm trying to get better on the up. Um, he's still like, you're just pumping him out easy. I look over at him like, "You feeling tired yet?" And he's just like locked in the zone. Um, I want to say I'm using my triceps more than my actual chest. This is where I start puckering out. um, yeah, no. And I'm just like, after like a certain one, I'm just like, yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. But he gave me half off. So instead of $10 for a shirt, it was $5. So I got a cool like Fireman Luchador shirt from that. Um, we have just like Egyptian gods. I thought was cool. This is what I wore on the third day. Was my D&D bomber jacket with the mushroom hat that I bought. Um, it slowly starts to get more charms throughout the day, which is funny. There's like one, two, three, four. I think four charms on it now. Ochako, from MHA, the Freeing Squad. I was like, that's so dope. Um, yeah, here are the charms. One, two, three, four. Yeah, four. That one is not. I'm blanking on her name. It's the cat girl from Final Fantasy. Yashulta. Yashulta. Um, that one is Rayquaza, and then I have Sonic, and behind Sonic is Shadow. Um, they're a pair. Actually, no, that's Shadow in the front. So behind Shadow is Sonic. And then because I bought it from, it was like this small vendor. She gave me like this free, like plant, like clip thingy. It was like a sprout. She was like, yeah, you get it for free. Here are my Bleach posters. Ichigo. Um, I don't know why I'm blinking on her name. Side chick and my dude Renji. I wish I know. I wish they had the goggle version of him, but this one's cool as well. Rukia, that's what it is. I also wish they had the goggle version of Rukia. I love the forehead goggles. I don't know why. I love them. I think they look so cool. I miss Renji having his. He had goggles. I'm pretty sure at one point. I just love him. Okay, and now we're getting on to the janky videos I took. So this is literally us just coming down the stairs. Um, he's in cosplay. I'm like, Comic-Con, oh my gosh. And yeah, all of this, I was like, I might as well get like B-roll footage. I don't know, there's no point. I'm also super shaky. Um, it's probably gonna give you like motion sickness if you watch this. I forgot to set the date, so the dates are on and the time. Um, but you can see everything. I don't really care. Um, we're walking up. The group in front of us was like super cool. It was like a dad and like his two sons. One of his sons was dressed up as a Hufflepuff. He was dressed up as did the one guy's who his name sounds like Didgeridoo. Um, Derek. I don't know, the guy who dies in Harry Potter, who's a Hufflepuff, and his dad runs out of the stands and is like, "No, my son." He was dressed up as that guy. And a funny story, when we were at like a stoplight, waiting for the light to cross, and this homeless dude walks past us, and he just starts like berating us, and just like calling us like geeks and nerds. It was so strange. I was like, okay, it was funny. There's these giant metal sculptures like welded together that were pretty cool. There's me shaking the camera for dramatic effect. Here's us lined up again for yeah, this was the first maid cafe we went to. Outside they had like all these like food vendors. I ended up going to a seafood vendor. It was pretty good. The food was pretty spicy though. I wasn't expecting as much spice. But I'm gonna be honest, going outside it was like 100 degrees, so it was so much better inside. That's how I kind of end most of these videos. She's like teaching us like the calls. So when they say like a word, you need to say something back. It was something like something desu. It meant like love or something. It was pretty funny. Almost no one at my table did it except for me, because they were all party poopers. Okay, here's the 3-minute video. This is them doing their routine. So I think they did 2 dances throughout the entire thing. It was like 2 or 3. Audience engagement was like absolutely 0. Also, this table right here, they had Beyblades, and we had that game where you hold a card up to your forehead, and the person has to guess, like reverse charades. But yeah, I don't know. I feel so bad for them because like no one in the audience was doing anything. No one was cheering. No one was clapping. So I was like, I know. I tried to hype them up as much as I could, like yelling and hollering, but it felt so awkward being the only person like trying to hype them up. Of course, we are going to sit here through all 3 glorious minutes of this routine so you can look at their hard work, okay? Um, I don't know. It was a fun experience. um, I'm actually doing this the night before I'm going to Colorado, so technically it's July 3rd today. Um, my flight is at 2:15 p.m. I'm going to the airport. I'm leaving by 10 a.m. Um, and I've been going to bed at like 7 a.m. recently. It's really hard for me to fall asleep. So I'm gonna get like 2 hours before I have to leave. I'm gonna wake up at 9, just so I have an hour to like go over everything. I have pretty much everything packed up. I just like to go through again and double check that all my stuff is in my suitcases. I forgot what song this was to. I think it was, I don't know, most of these were to like Miku songs. And they're like actual like dances from, I think, not Miku, but like also K-pop stuff, I want to say. I don't know. It was cool. It was a cool experience. I brought up Colorado because Colorado had they had a big maid cafe that was going down all 3 days. But you had to pay for tickets on the expo website, and I didn't know that. So yesterday, I was gonna go with my buddy, but they only had one ticket left for like standard seating for like every single time slot. So we're gonna miss out on the premium maid cafe experience that they have at Colorado. Because apparently the Colorado one is like you actually get, I don't know, not food, but like it's in like an actual like room, unlike this one where it's just kind of like thrown together. It's in like an actual place, like set up and everything. There's everyone clapping. Um, but yeah, no, this was just overall a pretty good experience. I don't know how much time we have left. I can't even see the time bar thing. So everyone was getting into it, getting into it. Um, there's a point where when you see their hands go up like this or something is when you do like the call sign thingy. I think that was the end. Yeah, that was the end. um, here's This is how packed. This was for Adam Savage. We didn't go. We were just trying to get through this area, but all these people were like lining up for Adam Savage. I had to go around the corner. We're on the Sky Bridge. So this con is split between 2 buildings. It's like the lower floors of the main building and the upper floors of the second building. So you pretty much just take a Sky Bridge across to the second building and you're at all the rooms. This is the Ewok thing. These are the people who cast it, who do the live dubbing. They're from again, like a local comedy club thing. Here it is. I think they're testing it actually. Yeah, they're doing like a test run for this one because we got there. We were like the first people there. We ended up actually arriving at the very end of the last panel, and then when the last panel ended, we just walked up to the front and got like the best seats that we could. But yeah, no, they're doing like the intro where they're like Ewoks, Ewoks, Ewoks. There it is, Ewoks, 1986. So yeah. Okay, we're gonna skip over that. Here's the rave. We tried to find where these like tiny lightsabers were being sold at, so we could have like light sticks, especially for the maid cafe, but we couldn't find it because this is still the first day. My buddy, he was like overwhelmed. He was just absolutely overwhelmed with it, which I understand. I love it though. I love it though. I love spaces like that. It was so funny. Oh yeah, and they had a dance circle. And right when I started, everyone just stopped. This guy went absolutely crazy though. He went absolutely crazy. He did like wild stuff. He was just breaking it down, dude. Lady okay, I don't know how to say Lady Demonastru getting slapped by a dude with a belt. I think he's from Chainsaw Man. Crazy. This is funny. Very nerdy, geeky. That's why I love this stuff. You can see Chainsaw Man, and there's also Optimus Prime for some reason. And Optimus Prime was there for like 3 hours. We left, and then we came back, and Optimus Prime was still there. We also ended up meeting Master Chief. It was just such a funny, weird experience. But yeah, no, we just got a whole lot of video. This is part of the Lego place. They have look at that pod racing. It was pretty cool. One of the pods ended up like breaking down or something. But yeah, no, this Lego space is absolutely crazy. This is just the Star Wars Lego space. The cowboy one is right next to it. Yeah, no, there I am. Getting the little train action in there. But every year it's different. Every year there's some new exhibit that they have where they've come together and like built these crazy huge. I don't know how they spend so much money on these things. Like there is a lot of studs. Oh yeah, no, it's breaking down. It's broken. They gotta fix it. But yeah, no, just like insane amount of money on all of this brick. I don't know how they do it. This is another one of my favorites. They always have this. It's this medieval reenactment group. I think it's the FEMA stuff, or not FEMA. I think it may be called FEMA or something like that. But they just beat the crap out of each other in medieval gear, and it's so cool to watch. They all have like their own set of armor. The gladiator dude in the back went absolutely ham. I don't know if I recorded it, but he was like probably the best fighter. Even though he had no shield, he was just dual wielding. Yeah, here he comes. Getting the close up on this guy. This guy was crazy. We just sat and watched for like a few minutes. And when you get striked in a certain area, like look at him go. Like if you get striked in the leg and it's like a clear strike, you have to like kneel down, right? You lose that leg or you lose that arm. Just from what I could tell. I think a kill shot is like to the head or chest. So like right there, he gets the leg, I want to say. He's like kneeling, and then they pause, and then they resume. Yeah, no. I think the shield guy won that because he got him in the chest, but it's just so crazy stuff. This is the 501st Legion. They always have their own corner where they have different backdrops, different stuff. This year it was 501st and the Mandalorian Mercs. They're another community, another Star Wars cosplay community. But yeah, no, they always do like a Mandalorian like train where they walk around the entire place, every single Mando. It's so cool. I wasn't able to record it. There's me recording the bull. There he is. Whoa. Ah. Yeah, no. Okay, this was the second maid cafe. So these guys that you just saw like kind of like right there, that was the group we ended up like befriending and going through stuff with like throughout the rest of the con. Yeah, and that's the end of it, I guess. So I'll go ahead and hey guys, I'm back. 32 minutes, so that actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It wasn't as long as I thought it was gonna be. But yeah, no, it was a really fun experience. Let me find. I'm gonna try to show you guys the picture of the drop pod because the drop pod was so cool. If I can find it, I might have deleted it. Because my buddy had to take a picture of it, and then he had to send it to me, and I'm like 90% sure I downloaded it. Sorry, I gotta dig through all my photos. Okay, here it is. Yeah. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this. It's focusing on my finger, but yeah, no, this drop pod was it was so cool. The interior was like all decorated. They had like the weapons next to you, so there's like I want to say it's two, or maybe I think that's like an SMG, and then a sniper on the other side, the SR-77. But yeah, no, super cool. Super fun experience. If you've never been to a Comic-Con or like a Comic-Con-esque, a lot of places call them like fan fusions. Go to it, dude. They are so cool. They're so fun. I love them. That's why I'm going to one in Colorado in a few hours, in 10 hours. But yeah, no. I'll make sure to take a lot of pictures. I'm not bringing the camcorder this time. I'm just gonna record on my phone. Absolutely, go to one though if you've never been. I think it's I don't know. It's just a cool experience. It's super fun. The environment, at least the one I go to, the environment is super welcoming. Like everyone's just like really kind. Like I said before, I could go on like a 10-minute rant about how awesome these events are, but I don't want to talk your ear off, so I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you for watching. Um, and I love you, and I will see you in whatever next video I do next, okay? So we got this one out of the way. All that's left now is the 500 mukbang, the Canes mukbang, and luckily for us, a Canes just opened, like 5 minutes away from where I live, so that's gonna be awesome. So maybe expect that soon, I don't know, but I'll see you when I see you next. Goodbye.